I be on it all night, man. I be on it all day, straight up pimp. If you want me, you can find me in the on it, on it, on it, on it, on it, on it, I be on it all night, man. And I be on it all day, straight up. If you want me, you can find me in the on it, on it, on it, on it.
Good morning, everybody. We're just going to go ahead and get out of that intro. My computer seems to be quite glitchy right now, but we still got the crew with us, and we're going to talk some Atlanta Hawks basketball. So I'm going to go ahead and as soon as I say that, seems like Arch Allen is not in the stream yet. We're going to get it going here in a second. Can I hear you?
Yeah, I'm here, man.
Excellent. Yeah, so right as yeah, I can hear you. I'm gonna put you up. I'm gonna remove myself and come right back in.
All right, cool.
And tell us what you thought about the
game. Man, great win. No lie, I definitely was hesitant going in. I thought Jonas would pretty much destroy us a little bit more than he did. Kyle Anderson did what I thought he would do. Dylan Brooks did what I thought he would do. John Morant did what I thought he would do. But we played a good game, man. We played well. Dunn was, I feel like relatively off. Got in that early foul trouble. I think this game really speaks to Trey's overall ability to control the game and his growth as a point guard. A lot of little stuff he did that I feel like John Morant, still have to learn and adapt to his game. Even though, the stats and everything was still there, right there with him. But mainly I thought Jonas would kill us. Not having Clint, even though Clint not big as Jonas, I thought that hurt us. But at the same time, it might have helped us because we were better able to spread the floor. So that helps a lot. Clint is not a threat at all. To be able to spread the floor, so Jones is able to sit back a little bit, maybe be able to get more rebounds and stuff that way, get closer to the rim. We got too many people to be able to draw him out. Also, not having Gallo, I thought that hurt too as well. But feel like we'll go deeper into things and whatnot though. But main thing, it was a great win. Boys came out and played, man. But Trey keep this up, and we win though to win matches. He will be in MVP talks. He will get the consideration. It will be there. It will come. Before John got suspended last year, very, very early, after the first 4 or 5 games or whatnot. It was sliding in there in those, way early MVP talks. Trey name was getting mentioned. So it's going to be fun to watch all season.
That's always a good thing. Yeah. So, okay. So this is our 5th or 6th starting lineup in the same amount of games. What did you think of this one?
This lineup, the starting lineup. it worked out. It worked out basically. I mean, Bogey came out breaking. I think it would look better if Bogey came out on fire and hot. But at the same time though, I think a lot of people probably upset with the slow start that Bogey's having, but he's still having the impact that I was kind of hoping for. And that impact is like on Kev, because I know Bogey is at practice and when they played each other, and you see now, like, he's going to shoot. It doesn't matter if he's breaking. Yeah, he out there with other people, but he's going to shoot the ball, And yeah, I want Kev to adapt that a little bit.
Yeah, no. Hopefully, he does get a little of that from Bogey. But I thought Kev played pretty well, but still later in the game, he's still in his head where he was shooting his little runner short. I just don't know if I could ever trust him or rely on him. But as far as like an in-game player or a bench player, I think he played awesome today.
It's okay if you take Kevin and look at him in the scope of like Hawks all-time draft picks or even just regular rookies. Like, Kevin is on a very great pace. You know what I'm saying? He's better than Marvin Williams, if you ask me. I mean, he's better than him. Certain stuff will come about. I mean, the fact is that he shot the ball. You know what I'm saying? I'd be more upset if he's not shooting the ball. If he's short on stuff like that, okay, he'll get a Trey. Trey just on another level. Like, that's the whole point of Trey. So it's like, okay, I'm trusting Trey showing some clutchness in his early years, rookie, this and that. But Kevin, he's on pace. You know what I'm saying? So he's still here saying in a couple of years or something like that, and he is that guy, and he can do that and everything. Hey, we would love to have it.
Well, I think we got Damon coming back. I thought John Collins, knowing the situation and still getting himself into foul trouble early on, was a sign of his lack of maturity.
Yeah, man. It was some dumb fouls. It was dumb fouls, man. It was a couple. Yeah. Because one was offensive and the other was like kind of like I don't know,
on a pick.
What's that?
I think one of them was on a pick. I know that I was just like, come on, dude. Like, but I think that was a blessing in disguise because what that ended up doing was giving this kid Nathan Knight a little bit of run. What'd you think of his play?
Man, I can't remember the guy or someone, in a new pack that kind of shared his highlight clip before the draft. Man, I saw it then. I was like, man, this guy's skilled. He got in the game, showed his skills. He has basketball skills. Watching him is like the only reason why he went undrafted was because he's a 4-year player. But right. He's a 4-year player like William Merrick. But the NBA, they kind of frown upon 4-year players. You know what I'm saying? The NBA really loves young potential. That's usually what gets drafted. You know what I'm saying?
No, I hear you.
If you're a 3-4-year player, you're gonna definitely have to be at a top school and really did your things and whatnot.
Right. And Damon, what'd you think of Nathan Knight coming out?
He did all right, man. He taking advantage of the situation. You know what I'm saying? Our Biggs is injured. Clint Capella still hurt. Big O still hurt. So he taking advantage of the situations, and we need his size in there. You know what I'm saying? Luckily tonight, what's the boy name? Valanciunas really wasn't a factor. Probably because it kept falling behind, but we needed his body. When he came in the game, he brought in energy with that alley-oop dunk from Trey from the out of bounds play. Speaking on him being a 4-year player, I mean, that's just how it is. What's the reason why high school players stay in college for 4 years? Because his agent probably told him he wasn't going to get drafted. You need to stay in college, keep playing to get better. Now, hey, for some people, that's what works. You rather stay in school 4 years and play than come out early after 2, get drafted, but you're not getting no playing time or you in the G League. So, I mean, I was good. Not good, but I was pleased with his performance and his little bit of time on the court. And I like that he brought that energy, man. When he got that dunk, he was fired up, man.
Yeah, he was.
When he got fouled, he was. What play was it? He got fouled. He was fired up. You know,
Came out hitting the three.
yeah, he wasn't timid. He wasn't scared of the moment. You know what I'm saying?
I was surprised at that. Honestly, with his early play, I thought he leapfrogged Bruno in the rotation for bigs for me, because Bruno is very limited in his court awareness, and I mean he's physically gifted and obviously, and he can dunk the ball, but everything else is kind of like it's like training wheels with him. I see people out there still coaching him on the court.
Man, Bruno, I thought Bruno had a decent touch or whatever, but I feel like Bruno is a little hesitant. I don't think he plays to his strength enough or whatnot. But yeah, Nathan, he came in and showed that he's gonna have an attitude and he's not scared or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like Bruno get a couple looks or whatnot from 3-point land, and he don't shoot it. You know what I'm saying? You can watch some training camp footage and stuff like that. Bruno take his shots. I seen Nathan be able to do that, but you got to be able to do it in game. He came out right away, confident in himself, and took his shot. You know what I'm saying? And became effective. I mean, he ain't got nothing else to lose. Like,
Right.
if I'm gonna be out here, I'm gonna go down shooting. Once I get this playing time.
He did have that one heat check. He did have that one airball heat check, but other than that, I thought he played pretty well.
I mean, you might as well do, because when Capella come back and Big O come back, he probably gets into the G League. I mean, depends. So
I he go down there and ball too.
If I was out there, put me in the game. I'm showing out, because that's how you get noticed, and that's how you stay on the roster. You know what I'm saying? I hate to say it, but like following what the coach say, trying to get people. No, that's not how you stay on the roster as an undrafted. Well, now he got a guaranteed contract, but as an undrafted, you gotta. I think Mike said it. You gotta make your presence felt that you was out there. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make the coach come. You know what they say? You want to make the coach make a hard decision.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I really don't want to send him down there, but obviously we got to send him to the G League, because it's gonna come down to money. Why he got to go to the G League? Because you can't sit no $25 million per year Capella. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I'm starting to look at all these contracts, with Bogey, being outperformed by Herter, and I like the Gallinari. I think Gallinari just adds so much wisdom to the team that we can't see just on his stats, and I think he's one of those guys when you ever have a pickup game and you got that guy that's a good shooter, it kind of just gives the rest of your team a little bit of confidence. I think Gallinari adds that factor to it.
I ain't a Gallinari fan, so.
No, I hear you, but I think he has that effect on these young kids. So the other thing is, I thought Cam once again played amazing defense. What y'all think of Cam's defense?
Like you said, amazing. He played. He's a defender. My thing is, I just want him to continue to grow offensively. I know he's gonna play defense and whatnot, though. So I'm not too. I don't know. I guess you say amazed or surprised. I guess too much about it. Mm-hmm. I love it. I love it. But now it's like, I expect it from him. I expect him to go out there and do that, get some deflections, to play great defense and stuff. But early on in the game, I felt like he could have maybe, took his chances a little bit more, been a little bit aggressive, because I felt like early on it was kind of hard for Trey to kind of loosen up. He was still kind of find his way through. And then you saw when Kev came in and he was aggressive and on. That's all we kind of needed. We just needed somebody else for a moment. You know what I'm saying? Because Bogey was bricking, and and so that's kind of why we fell off. Fell behind and stuff like that early. We just needed somebody else on for a little bit, because Hunter, he was quiet, too, as well early on. So that's the only thing really. I just want to I'm looking for Cam really this season to kind of continue to grow and his confidence and stuff like that. On offense, but defense, like I said, amazing though. Love it.
Yeah, and also another thing I noticed in that first quarter or that first half was the ball movement was great. What'd you think of that?
I think it was great. It's the same thing I feel like the last time we played Memphis in the preseason, but we lost, and it just stayed like an L throughout the whole game. We were just bricking. And, that's the way it was. I'm like, well, somebody at least go get a layup, though. Like, because y'all tripping out here. Y'all throwing up these shots and bricking left and right. But thankfully, we'll still play pretty decent defense. Good defense. We'll get back and still, shut down the on Ja. And, Memphis wasn't, just shooting historically great. So, and we got the win. It was just a great win.
Well, before we get into some of these highlights, I did want to talk to you about this being our MLK Day game that we wanted. I think that would have been a pretty entertaining game.
Hey, man, the NBA going to take notice in a minute. think somebody already saying they rather see this on Christmas. That's what they saying. You know, Trey versus Ja. I mean, they both, you know, win at each other. I mean, they played a good game.
What do you think, Damon?
Winners. I want to see winners. I don't listen, man. I know. First of all,
it's a very rootable team, though. Come on.
But you know, winning don't always factor into it, though. Now you got Zion and stuff like that. That's just straight. He ain't even winning college. That's just straight hype.
I could care less about the MLK game. When it comes to sports, I want wins. I don't care if we play on MLK Day or not. I want us to win, but I understand if we win games, we make these playoffs, we make some noise. You know, we're going to get games like that. We're going to get a Christmas Day game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But, I mean, I'm not – that stuff like that, I don't – you know, we don't have championships. We don't have finals appearances. So I'm not concerned being a lifetime Hawks fan. Stuff like that, I'm not concerned about MLK games, Christmas games. I don't care about none of that. I care about getting these playoffs, winning some playoff games, getting into these finals. That's what I care about. And guess what? When stuff like that happens, we'll be on every commercial trade and billboards. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Till then, nobody.
Team.
I mean, the casual fan don't want to watch the Hawks. So,
you know what? This year, I'm hearing a lot more people saying, "Hey, I got to go catch these Hawks play because they seem exciting." Especially after that first game, a lot of the little people that I listen to, you know, they're like, "Man, I gotta watch more of these games." And that was after the first game, and I think that's going to be a trend that's going to continue. I think the thing is, like, this is a rootable team. It's young kids, and they're playing hard, and they're playing with skill and some style. And then you got Trey.
I will say this, though. I mean, the team today, they play real good. I can't even imagine. I think this game, I think we would have won this game in a more dominant fashion if we had Rondo on the court. I think when we put that second unit in, I'm not a Brandon Goodwin.
Man,
I think having Rondo in there, that second unit, I mean, obviously Kevin was hot, but I mean, the second unit it's going to look a whole lot better with Rondo running the point. But you know, this team, it's how can I say it? You can root for this team, but as a Hawks fan, I got to get past the part where they let me down. So you know, root for the team all you want, but I want to see. I think our test is going to be when we play the Nets. I don't expect this.
I agree.
I don't expect to win. I mean, if I was betting money, I wouldn't bet on the Hawks. But I would like us to go down fighting. I hope we don't. I don't want to get blown out. I want us to put up a fight. So when they say, you know what, them Hawks that's a tough out right there. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I think that's the thing. But I still don't see who on our team is going to either trade bucket for bucket with KD and Kyrie at the same time and slow one of them down. Like,
slow down. We can slow down Kyrie, man, because Kyrie is not tall. We could put Hunter on him. Okay,
I ain't put Hunter on Kyrie. You just bet Cam.
You can put anybody, as long as they like 6'6", 6'7", 6'8". I'm just talking about putting somebody on with some size and agility that can just of them and that can just try to interfere with the shot. You're not gonna stop.
Okay, so we got Cam. Are you gonna put Cam on KD or are you gonna put Cam on
KD? KD ain't attacking a basket like that.
Okay, so you think Hunter can guard a 7-foot shooter?
I would go.
All you gotta do is stay in front of him.
I will go Hunter, KD, Cam on Kyrie. That's what I would do. I mean, of course, you got help and this and that, though, but you ain't putting John Collins on KD. You're not doing that. You know, that would be a cooked situation. So your best bet is, like, you know what I'm saying, Hunter, KD, and Cam, Kyrie. And that's, you just live with that, though. But I think Cam have the ability to kind of, like, maybe, you know, get a few stuff to make it a little, you know, to make his height be more effective than, like, say, others, man. I mean, I agree with you. Like, yeah, they need to be bigger. At the same time, can't just be anybody, though, because Kyrie, he a fool with it, man.
Long as they got agility, long as they can move their feet, just stay in front of them, man. Because, you know, hey, I'll take my chance with Kyrie shooting them threes, man. You know, than KD, but with KD, you're not gonna stop KD. I mean, the dude is walking 30 points on 12 shots, okay? But we can harass him a little bit. We can make him carry the load, you know.
When you're when you're playing against KD, you got to do two things. You got to slow him down, and you got to have someone on your team that can match him bucket for bucket, because he's going to have a spurt where he's going to hit.
This is what you do. This is what you do.
4 or 5 shots in a row, and if you don't have a counteract, you're going to be down 15 before you know it.
Man, you hope KD don't get the ball, man. He get the ball, you're dead. As simple as that. You're dead. You hope KD don't get the basketball. So your best bet is the ball denial, but that's gonna be hard. But my thing is, what I'll do, you know what I'm saying? I would trick Kyrie into like trying to get it himself. You feel me? Like I try my best to play defense, but I'll be out there talking trash to him. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like doing little slick stuff to make Kyrie go for 60. I think your best bet to beat them is Kyrie go for 60. If somehow KD stay like 20 or under because he ain't getting the touches like that. And
Right.
you know, you just play team ball and beat him. You know what I'm saying? So that's about 80 something.
Well,
you put a good the Hawks put a good showing against a team like the Nets. You know, we play them like twice
in a row.
Yeah. So we put a good showing against a team like the Nets. You know, I think these sports pundits will start taking this team a little bit more serious, as you know, as far as not, you know, taking us for jokes or
right.
Oh, this just the Atlanta Hawks and all that, you know, all the stuff they be saying about us. You know what I'm saying? But tonight was a good showing by the team. We didn't come out lackadaisical coming off that blowout win on the Bulls. You know, we came out with purpose. Bogey, bro, he got to understand. Look, I'm cold. Let me attack the basket. Let me do something.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Just brick after breath. And he was like 0 for 7.
It's early on in the season, but I think a more chilling effect is in the second half. I saw him defer. I saw him not shoot that shot, and I would prefer him to shoot and miss with the confidence that he came into here.
Well, no, because he passed it to Kevin Huerter, who was on fire.
I mean, he played a smart game. I mean, he reeled it in a little bit, but I mean, he hit a shot. I remember hitting the 3 in the second half. He hit more than one.
Beat him and fan him, baby.
Beat him and fan him. So
man,
that's gears a little bit. Let me, Mike, to change gears a little bit. You had proposed something earlier, and I think I kind of messed you up. What did you do with? Did you actually end up taking that?
Man, bro, like no, I kept that one in the lineup, right? And the only person I think. No. I think Jonas was in the ultimate winning one. Basically, I just had mine kind of like in like the wrong order. Not Cam. I shouldn't have had Cam. I should have had Hunter over Cam. I think it whatnot though. You know, fantasy points wise though. But other than that though, you tried to tell me you was like, well, it's a risk with Dylan and Cal. Like, no, it's not against us.
No, exactly. As soon as you said that, you gave a proper response where we just make superstars out of bums. So I was like, yeah, you probably should. So when I felt a little bad about the game.
Hey, nah, man. When it's like
somebody.
I'm gonna say when it's times like that on little apps and stuff like that, you know, we watch the Hawks so much. I definitely play those games or whatnot. You know, I know. I mean, I probably, like I said, I'm disappointed in Jonas. You know what I'm saying? Like I pretty much betted on him kind of destroying us a little bit more. You know, John, and you know, having to play center, and then Clint in out, and Jonas. Even so, he always kill us basically. You know what I mean? Even if we played Orlando, I probably bet on Vucevic getting a pretty good stat line against us. So.
Well, I got some highlights that I'm just going to play while we talk, and if y'all see something, just let me know. But I just got a few of them. I didn't really get a chance to get all the ones in the at the end because I had to try to start it up. Then, of course, my computer went to shit. But I thought this was a good start. But here's Cam just doing what Cam can do. That's a Pippen play right there. He's a freak athlete. I mean, that play right there. This is Pippen. I'm telling y'all.
I get that offense.
Of course, $70 million man missed the bunny.
He was out. Yeah, he just missed that though.
Yeah.
He didn't finish that.
Here, I just thought that was great. And then it converts. He's finally got his runner back. Oh my God, that thing is like automatic.
Yeah, them refs was doing them dirty in the game too.
Yeah, true. I just thought we were really aggressive today on the defense. I was digging it for sure. And then this jam right here, nice.
That was vicious.
Yeah.
You You got two defenders, man, in the starting lineup in Cam and DeAndre Hunter, and also too a lot of people.
Where did he see him from?
A lot of people swore that Trey ain't have to play defense, but Trey playing better deep.
Trey's playing a lot better defense. I mean, he's getting in people's way. This is that dunk. This is the dunk, Damon. I couldn't tell if it went in at first.
Boy, I'm glad I went out there. I'd have been yelling for him.
Gotta be amped about that.
Yeah.
Hey, when you're not even in the play and you yelling.
I thought that was a sweet little jumper there, so I gave him a little love.
But that was the end of the set, though.
Yeah. But then this right here, man, this kid right here, if he can continue to shoot like that, we're going to have a good time. And then this is the last play I got before I had to cut it off, but this is so sweet.
Got him.
Look at this face. He's in disbelief. He actually has pretty good agility for a big man.
I'm sorry, y'all. That's not that great of a dribble move for everybody who just be so enamored by Trae Young's dribbling.
Ball players, Mike. That's good. That's good for us on the block.
What do you mean?
On the block, they get and eyes. Ooh,
that's a 7-footer, man. On the little man, he ain't do nothing but switch hands.
He gave him a little shoulder jab that I thought was pretty slick.
The shoulder jab?
Yeah, I mean
I guess, man. He in the NBA, he's a star point guard. It's just like, I don't know. I just look at certain stuff.
Look good to me, baby.
Yeah, it was good in fact. What I feel like Trey does a great thing of like changing his speeds and stuff like that, and he got this little like negative hesitation step that's like kind of like a triple threat move in the midst of him dribbling. That kind of opens a lot of things up from him, But like you look at some other guys, man, it's just like actually pay attention to that dribble, how it is and how it's going. Of course, you got Kyrie. Of course, Steph. But like some guys that's like off the beaten path or whatever, like old school wise. I mean, you thinking like Jason Williams. I don't think is there. Like just saying white chocolate. You know what I'm saying? Even like a Ray for Austin or whatever. I mean, Trey a baller though. You know what I'm saying? But now or not, who playing now? I don't think it's like a Damian Lillard. Hey, KD at 7 feet, I think is better. KD really rocking. The trick is watch it when it's 1-on-1, same agility and size. You feel me? Without the threat of that screen coming. That's when you really see the ball handler really able to get, separation stuff like that, But Trey's threat to be able to pull up and shoot and knock it down, which is 100% credit to him. You know what I'm saying? So when he does that little stuff right there, you don't know if he's going to pull up or he's going to go by you. You know what I'm saying? What he's going to necessarily do off of that dribble. And that causes the person to stand still. And then when he do get by you, he does a great job of stopping a little bit, getting that bump, and leaning forward to extend and get that lay. Where, like I said, other rookies we had in the past, you see, like they just ain't have that wherewithal to do, man. It's like, what are y'all doing?
I think
I definitely think he has that it factor.
Trey has the it factor. Yeah, he got the it factor, man. Hey, he proved me wrong. He proved
me wrong.
Because I was pissed off draft night, but he proved me.
I didn't know what to think draft night.
So I'll say this. This was a tough game because like I said, this team has had our numbers for a couple of years, and then last year they really took it to us. And then in the preseason, we know we both really just lost. The starters against starters, we lost that game. And so I think the fact that we played so much better, even without as much talent as we had the first game, but we played just with an idea of how to beat this team. And I thought they executed well. I thought this was a big game to win because of I think this is one of those games that builds confidence. It may not be as good as like going in there and getting a Nets game, but it had to be eaten up Trey that John Morant was getting a lot of shine in their head-to-head matchups. So I think that was a good monkey to get off his back. Man, also, who are these two kids, Dylan Brooks and Kyle Anderson? I don't know.
That's what I was going to say, man.
I don't know. They are so ugly and so effective.
Dylan's shot is ugly. Kyle is slow. He's one of the players that make you mad. It's like, why is he doing y'all, man? He's so slow. But that's the thing though. They don't have Jaren though. So if they had Jaren, that moves Kyle to the bench, and that deepens them a little more or whatnot. And man, I don't necessarily want to see Jaren necessarily. Like he's going to go get his.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be hesitant.
And he can shoot. That's all Memphis. That's all the Memphis commentators was talking about at the beginning. Oh, Jaren Jackson not playing. If we had Jaren, blah 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 blah. But hey, at the end of the day, player, you got to go to war with who's available.
Yeah,
most definitely. We did and won. You take that win in the victory column. We'll take them L's in the preseason for this win.
Yep. Oh well, shit. Move on to the next one. I'm ready to see this
all
next.
day.
All right.
So the next game is the Nets, right? Or no, we have one more before that.
We had the
Nets. We got the Nets next.
Let me look. I thought we had the Nets next.
Yeah, check it out. Somebody let us know in the comments.
Prepared here.
Who we got next today? Y'all pull it up. No, not the Nets. I think the Pistons.
Oh, that should be a dub.
Okay,
yeah, definitely.
Oh, let me be quiet because every time I get ahead of myself, we trick off a game. Every time I get ahead of myself, we trick off a game. But it should be a dub.
Got that group.
It should be a dub. It should be a dub.
Bet money. I will bet money. If I was betting money, I'm betting Hawks on this game.
Nah, all right.
Well, what's y'all's last takes from this game and everything else that's going on in the NBA? What would y'all think of the Christmas games?
Hawks should have been playing.
We could have, bro. We could have been. Listen, I know we don't have that many fans. We could have put a show than the Golden State Warriors have for the past 2 national televised games they've been on. They've been getting their ass whooped by 39 and 30.
Damon,
Trey getting 50.
Damon, why are you an Atlanta sports fan? Did you used to live here?
Nope, never lived in Atlanta.
Interesting. Okay. Well, here's the thing: is like I remember in the '80s and in the early '90s, Dominique and the Hawks were the hottest ticket in town, and what the NBA I think refuses to realize is that Atlanta as a market is a sleeping giant, and if this team ends up being one of those teams, the city's gonna show out, man. It's not even a question.
This is the problem. Look at past ownership since 99.
We understand all that, but they ain't here.
Ownership. The Atlanta fan, let me tell you what I learned being an outside Atlanta fan, right? Because I'm an all Atlanta fan since.
I love that.
You weird, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. You weird and better than me because I don't know if I'd be an all Atlanta fan not getting born and raised.
All Atlanta fan because I used to get all the games for free on Superstation TBS, right?
That's right.
Braves fan. I'm a Hawks fan. I'm a Falcon fan. Let me tell you what I learned, right?
Well, you could have chose a stress-free life, man.
Being from right. Let me tell you something. Prime example is the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons, before we got Michael Vick, we was in the cellar. We was bums. You know what I'm saying? We couldn't get shit done. We were just off a Super Bowl trip like 4 or 5 years prior, right?
See, but I'm about to say 98 was that year though now, man. Don't sleep on 98.
What's that? 3 years prior, we drafted Vick in 2000, 2001.
Mm-hmm.
But let me tell you, where I'm from, nobody messed with the Falcons until they got Michael Vick. Right. And what it did was it expanded the fan base all the way up to Virginia because Michael Vick was from
He from out there, yeah.
He's from my area, right?
Yeah.
It expanded the fan base all the way up there, right? But Vick brought excitement and he brought wins at the beginning, like when we beat Green Bay up in Lambeau.
Huge. That was so big for us.
Huge.
Yeah, it was big, but at the same time, though, I mean, it was big.
Lambeau. Green Bay.
I understand that though, but like you said, we just went to the Super Bowl not too long before. Like, yeah, that was a win, but like,
one is this, Mike, is expanding your fan base. Okay.
Yeah. I'm saying, no, I agree with you about the Virginia thing, but it was just exciting in that Jordan guy. It wasn't too much wins. Hold on. Do stuff.
What ownership wants to do as the owner of a team, you want to get those fans who don't have a market. So where I'm from, we didn't have none of the Charlotte teams. That's why if you go in the 757 area up in Richmond, it's Steeler fans, Cowboy fans, ain't no Falcon fan. You know what
they won. Them folks won.
until Michael Vick got there. I'm just speaking on Atlanta.
And that's the truth. I think that's understood.
Fans and the Cowboys fan because they Super Bowl winners, and that's my whole point. You have to win to get those fans.
Yeah. And I'm just saying, Vic wasn't winning like that.
That's with all. Philly. Nobody around my way was fucking with Philly until
I wish he was winning like that.
Right, exactly.
I went there. Then guess what? Now everybody in that whole area is fucking with Philly just because of AI, on the strength of AI. Just like people wearing Deion Sanders jersey. I mean, not Deion Sanders, excuse me. We was wearing Michael Vick jerseys off the strength of Mike Vick, wearing the Falcon jerseys. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's free advertising for the franchise. I think I completely agree.
Sure, they had sleeping Philly fans because Philly one of them franchises that had, historical in a sense type of significance. Put it like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Eagles fandom and fan bases that's been strong going way back.
Casual fans don't care about that. They care about who's winning now.
I understand that, but casual fans are. That's what you did. I understand what you're saying. Casual fans are fair weather. So all those big fans, not Falcon fans now. A lot of them not. So it's like, trust me, I know some personally. They straight up don't move with the Falcon no more.
If you continue to win, you build on that. Because guess what? People love rolling with the winners. And you build on that. How you think the Cowboys?
Going back to what I was saying, Big wasn't winning like that.
Yeah, prime time in his time.
You got people from Atlanta, Cowboy fans.
But that's what I understand that though. But like you just said though, you gotta win. I'm just saying that Big wasn't winning like that, and then he took the ultimate L. You know what? When that happened. So
let's bring it back to the Hawks though. Let's bring it back to the Hawks in the NBA, guys.
And if you look at the Hawks, starting
Trae Young, that start. So now we got to get to the finals and win.
In the cellar, who's in the cellar for 7 years until we made the playoffs. And what was it, 2000? What was that, 8, 9? Till we made the playoffs as an AC. Was in the cellar. Nobody cared about the Hawks, man.
Nobody cared about the past, Tom.
What's up?
Nobody cared about the past, man. Stop living in the past, man. We trying to go forward.
That's why the fan base ain't growing. The same people who was rooting for the Hawks. Ain't nobody start rooting for the Hawks. Just root for the Hawks when they got Trae Young.
But what? Okay, so the point that I guess the tangent. Hold on, real quick, Mike. The tangent that started this was that all I was trying to say was that Neek in the 80s and the 90s, when he was going head to head with Michael Jordan, when he was going head to head in the dunk contest with Michael Jordan, he was bringing that national attention, and the city was on fire. The city was literally on fire, and it can do that again with this team, I think.
With the wins.
With the wins, exactly.
Dominique was a superstar and was winning.
But Dominique wasn't winning like that either.
It just so happened.
Just leave it at the stardom part, man. Leave it at the stardom part. Atlanta just need a star. That's the beginning.
The greatest of all time. Come on, man. Dominique
wasn't winning like that, bro.
He was going against Bird.
How many times he went to the conference finals?
In the playoffs.
Who was winning 50-plus games a year? What are you talking about?
How many times he went to the conference finals?
Look who we was eliminated by.
I don't care. Other great players managed to wind up winning eventually, man. Come on, man. Just leave it at the stardom. Nick was a star. But at the same time, though, I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, that's why the Hawks are viewed the way the Hawks are, because that's part of our history, man. It's like, okay, you get there, but you're not going to get over the hump. It ain't going to be no guy that leads. So we're hoping that Trae becomes that guy. We need Trae to be better than Nick.
Let me tell you something. The difference between the thing with Dominique Wilkins is this. Dominique was going against the greatest of all time. He was going against Bird. He was going against Jordan. He was going against Isaiah Thomas, the Pistons. He was going against the Bucks. So what I'm trying to tell you is it's not like we wasn't winning 50 games and losing to some bum-ass teams. We were losing to Hall of Famers.
Bro, everybody is going against Hall of Famers and all-time greats. Let's go back to the 50s. You're playing against all-time greats somewhere. Huh?
I said, let's not go back to the 50s.
I'm just saying, go to the 60s. You're playing against the all-time great somewhere. Go to the 70s. You're playing against the all-time great somewhere. How do you become an all-time great? By beating the all-time great.
By winning championships.
Okay, Nick can't do it. That's all I'm saying. I love him being good.
I didn't say he did. What I'm telling you is that you trying to downplay like we wasn't doing nothing in the 80s. We was killing in the 80s and the 90s.
I'm taking a page out your book. You said winning matters. I'm saying that these folks ain't win like that. They ain't win like that.
Why do you think Lou just said the Hawks was the hottest ticket in town? Because we had a
because they were stars, bro. Listen to somebody that was born in Crawford Lawn Hospital and tell you how the city go, man.
Guess what?
They were stars, man. It was exciting to watch, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
Listen, we had Dominique, and we was winning games, and we was contending. We wasn't just, I hope we make the damn playoffs. We was actually a contending team. It just so happens, hey, we couldn't beat Michael Jordan. We couldn't get past the Celtics.
And we had some close games. We had. I know it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But I've been going back this year, looking at some of those games, and there were some actual opportunities. And
damn right it was.
Hey, y'all older than me. Y'all older than me. How many games were the Hawks up in '87? In '87 against the Celtics, how many games we were up? I'm a Hawks fan, man, but y'all older than me. Tell me how many. I know the answer, but tell me.
Well, if you know the answer, we ain't got to tell you. But I'm gonna tell you.
Man, come on, say it. I want you to say it for the show. Those who don't know.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
Had his opportunities.
Was the hottest ticket in town.
Because it was exciting to watch.
Hold on.
And we was winning games. Nobody come out there to see lose.
We were winning enough. I don't deny that.
Then what are we talking about? What are we arguing?
What we arguing is saying. I'm saying is that's with Atlanta. That's not the number one thing. The number one thing is you get a star here. Everybody will start coming and stuff like that. They'll be a part of it. They're excited. But it takes once, and then the winning. Once that start happening, you got to get some real winning to sustain that for a very long time.
When did Trae become a star?
What?
When did Trae Young become a star?
When did Trae Young become a star? Shoot,
yeah.
I mean, in my opinion, as soon as we got him.
Nigga,
I think he said in high school.
We didn't. Hey,
he's been a star.
The games I was looking at, we wasn't selling out the arena. Were we?
3-1. We were up on them.
Anyways, Lou, I didn't mean to bring up bad memories, man. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring up bad memories. That was my first year. Maybe I don't know.
And you know what? And Larry Bird told us he was gonna come back and beat us.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
That's how you become an all-time great. We need one of those guys. We need one of those guys.
By that time, Larry Bird was already like a 2-time champion, a 2-time MVP. Man, he's a GOAT of the game, man.
How he become that though?
Listen, by beating us. But listen, I understand both of y'all's positions, and they're not wrong, either of them. Mike, I think we are on the precipice of that level of winning and advancing. But you gotta take it. We got to get to the second round first, guys. Like, we haven't even gotten into the playoffs yet. Like, it's playoffs, it's second round, it's conference championship, and then it's into the finals. And that's where we were with that 60-win team. But we knew that was a facade. We knew that was nonsense. Yeah. We knew that we didn't have the star power to actually compete at that level. So now we actually have something going on. And I just think worrying about the past, what I'm saying is the reason why I even said that about the 80s and 90s is that I think the NBA is slipping on treating Atlanta as if it's Charlotte or if it's it's one of these other cities that doesn't have the ability to generate it. I feel like as far as the market, it's always top 5 as far as viewed NBA playoff series and viewed NFL NBA finals. And so if we get our team in there, it's going to show out. I just and not only that, but we have the ability to show out. We're a world-class city that threw the Olympics. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that
got to be a winner, dog.
Yeah, we need a winner in Atlanta, and the Hawks need to be a winner because they need to be more respected because there's too many good NBA basketball fans in Atlanta to not ever have any love thrown our way. So, that's just right. And we'll wrap it up on that.
I feel like we just don't sustain stuff.
I wonder if the media has some type of hatred for Atlanta, man, because they just.
It seems real, doesn't it?
It seems like they look for every excuse. Like, I was watching Undisputed, and they talked about Trae Young, and they talked about him for like 30 seconds, man.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? And then switched to LaMelo not scoring the top for about 20 minutes.
For 20 minutes, yes. I saw that.
Can I keep it a buck?
Yeah.
Let me keep it a buck.
Go ahead.
The reason why a lot of that happens, even though I hate it, is because, like I said, in '87, you got what happened. Hawks up on the Celtics. You know what I'm saying? How many games? What is in history that happens? What you got? Let's fast forward to the '90s situations. You know what I'm saying? A pretty good team, like you said, we win enough. Pretty solid team through the season. Get to the playoffs where it really matters on that stage with everybody with their hype and interest. Now you got the attention, but what do? Let them down. I mean, it happens across the board. So it's like, to be honest with you, I kind of understand it. But all I ask for is when it's a very new core and group, the ownership and stuff, let all that go. So right now, these new Hawks or whatever, I think certain people, they're saying little stuff or whatever. Even Skip said, they're the darlings of the East. They see what's going on. But the thing is, though, we can't do the Atlanta thing when we get to the playoffs and say we get into a play-in game. We got to win that play-in game and get into the first round and compete or win or something like that to keep that interest and be like, okay, these boys gonna keep growing. They're gonna be this. That's all it is. We just got to do that, man. So that's what I'm saying. We let people down too much.
Well, this isn't necessarily a hot take, but it is an interesting take. It says North versus South, urban versus rural, and yes, they hate that the ATL is predominantly black. Do you think that plays a factor? Because Atlanta is not predominantly black. It has the most educated black people in any concentration in the world, I would say. So it's a unique.
You mean percentage wise is for like a great while or whatnot. Black, I mean, like Atlanta was like historically, predominantly black, like population wise. I mean, I think like within the last few years or so, like that's kind of like even out and stuff like that. A lot more, because a lot of people have been coming here new millennium since 2000s after Olympics and stuff like that. So Atlanta, this landscape has become more world class and changed or whatnot. Though, but I mean, I feel like they credit DC or something like that for having a high, say I guess black population and stuff like that. Though, but
chocolate city. But the thing is with Atlanta, what I would like to know off of that topic is out of the black people there in Atlanta, how many are actually born in Atlanta? You know what I'm saying?
I would say, God, it's probably half and half because like Atlanta is like the beacon for the South. So if you're in Mississippi,
everybody I know black moved to Atlanta, and everybody, what's so crazy? Besides y'all, in the Hawks groups, everybody I know Atlanta is not from Atlanta.
Yeah,
but even besides like people coming from other places, like, it's very rare if you talk to somebody. Okay, you was born in Atlanta. Okay, where your parents are from? Their parents, if not they're from Atlanta themselves, though. If they're not from Atlanta, see, they from like a small town, like in Georgia. They're from like a rural area. You know what I'm saying? Like they from, like I said, a small town somewhere probably in the South or something like that. And of course, came to Atlanta, back in like, late 70s or 80s or something like that. You know what I'm saying? They moved here. And then even before that, just the history of Atlanta being transit all the time. Part of one of my brands, quick plug, Terminus being the railroad track and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like how the airport is now. The rail system used to be like that, always been, just moving people in and out and coming into here. So it's like, it's very rare to kind of find somebody who go like generations kind of deep into like being from Atlanta or something like that, even to like just simply like early 1900s. I love meeting people that's like from way
first generation, like not even going back that far. If you just did a survey of the people in Atlanta now in Atlanta,
it's not many
are from Atlanta who consider themselves from Atlanta compared to how many people move to Atlanta. You see what I'm saying?
No, it's outnumbered. It's outnumbered. I'm just giving the historical thing. Is like, even if you take away the transients that outnumber those who are actually from here currently now, right. and then you want to start trying to dig into people's roots, it get even smaller. Because you'll take somebody who might be first generation. You feel me? So like when you go somewhere else like Pittsburgh, like people been Steelers fans for like generations or something like that. Versus with the Falcons, a lot of people be first generation Falcons fans. You feel me?
Yeah, and then we be fucking up and they go
exactly. Then we combine that with letdowns, bro.
Then they fight.
Is it anything worse than getting swept in the NBA playoffs?
Bro, that was ugly, man. We had to at least push them, man.
That 60-win team, man, that shit. Listen, I don't know if y'all in New Pack City. I think Jamal had just started it. He just started.
I wasn't at the time.
We just came over from that other Hawks group in Hawks Nation, whatever that shit called.
Hawks Nation.
He just started it, right? And bro, let me tell you something. You couldn't tell us shit in that group when we went on that
That January run.
January run.
Bro. Well, and then you couldn't tell us.
Warriors. We beat the Warriors.
I thought we was going to the goddamn finals. Okay, I was talking cash. listen. We wouldn't get, bro. You couldn't tell me. I'm telling you, man. I was like, I don't give a fuck about LeBron. We gonna whip that. Hey, bro. When that Eastern Conference Final started, I was like, oh, this shit gonna be a train wreck. When I smell Josh Smell, he couldn't miss. And I knew once we lost that second game at home, because we had home court advantage. When we lost game 2 at home, I was like, oh, yeah, it's a wrap, bro.
That team was beatable. That team.
They was for the take. Bro, if you go back and watch those games.
Not against us.
In the games. 3 of them.
Yep.
Not against us with LeBron. Always knew when it came down to it, like, bro, like, no, it's not, no.
Hey,
LeBron toys.
I was like, we're going to be the ones to stop his little playoff run and his little final streak. We're going to stop it. Hey, after game 2, I was like, yeah, we're not stopping shit.
And then at the end of the day, though, like the NBA to me proves, and that's another reason why I like Trey or whatnot, though, is like your team to kind of beat, like, say, a LeBron or somebody like that, man, you got to have a greater or equal to a star, man. They're not finna let LeBron just lose to some team that just, I mean, come on, bro. Like, okay, yeah, y'all got 60 wins, but y'all ain't nobody.
Are you talking about referees? Hold on real quick. Are you talking about referees?
Yes, I'm talking about referees. They start getting phantom calls. You don't get respect. It's just simple as that. That's why the Thunder lost to Miami way back when KD them boys was young. KD wasn't getting the respect and love that he get now. If he would have got that then, they would have been calling foul. LeBron and Dwayne Wade was fouling that boy left and right. He wouldn't get no calls.
And then matter of fact, I don't think LeBron James ever fouled out of a damn playoff game.
He used to be extremely physical with Joe. And Joe would turn around and play the same defense and would not get called a foul. And like LeBron just sat there and pushed that man around when he was there. I'm like, come on.
LeBron been to 10 finals and never fouled out of one playoff game, bro. I don't even think he had 5 fouls in the playoff game.
You gotta have an equal to.
You're right. I never thought about that.
The little team ball shit worked, man. But because we was comparing with the Warriors and shit, right? So we was like, okay, they doing a little team shit, but I didn't realize like at that time, because 2015, that's when Steph had just busted out, and I didn't realize like how good that dude was, him and Clay. Because I was like, oh, we can compare to them. No, we couldn't, man. We didn't have, like I said, 1, we didn't have a star, and 2, which is the same thing as number 1, I would say. We didn't have nobody who could just get us a bucket like Trey can. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We was relying on the actual like team, like
ball movement.
These team pass the ball to the wide open guy, but that shit don't work in the playoffs, man. You gotta have people who can get you a bucket in the playoffs.
I got a question, Damon. You kind of sparked this question in my head. After watching Golden State play these last 2 games, is Clay a bigger factor than we ever envisioned?
Hell yeah, he's a bigger factor.
Because he's 6'7", he plays all NBA defense. He's one of the best shooters. Never shot less than 40% in his career.
One of the most efficient players in the league.
Efficient players.
You got a game plan for him.
Yeah,
the team. You don't have the game plan for Anthony Wiggins.
Andrew Wiggins, yeah.
Yeah, Andrew Wiggins. You ain't got a game plan for him. Who else on the team? I can't. Besides Steph Curry,
Wiggins, they are a terrible team now. It's crazy. They got decent pieces, but they're where we were a couple years ago.
Bro, they going back to the lottery. Maybe if they was in the East, they could pull something out their ass. But you start a rookie center in Wiseman, Draymond Green nowhere to be found.
I think he's gonna be nice.
I don't think he a factor like that.
Not yet.
In the West.
No, he's talking about Draymond.
Yeah, Draymond. I don't think Draymond a factor like that. That's gonna give you another, 5 or 6 wins. Okay, not in the West, East. They going right back to the lottery. Man. They probably should go back to the lottery.
Well, then that brings up another question, because we all had Golden State squarely in the top part of that.
I messed up on that one.
And I forgot Clay won't playing, bro.
Yeah, and Clay.
I remember.
I forgot Clay won't playing, man. But
that's why I messed up on them and the Mavs, man. I don't know. I think
it might not be that good. I think Kristaps Porzingis is better than people think.
Hell,
that, and also too, I think I don't know, man. I gotta look at their roster from like last year or whatever. I think they missing something else too.
Yeah, they missing
It might have been
a
it.
3-point shooting. They lost Seth Curry.
Yeah,
And there you go. Steph Curry was big. Steph Curry was big.
Yeah,
Steph
they
Curry
let
was
him
big
go
for
and
them.
picked
and
that.
he hit a big shot for Philly in the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they let
Steph
him
Curry
go
was
and
big
picked
for
up.
them last season.
They picked up some budget
So
motherfuckers.
what's been the best game so far?
You know how the Hawks do it. That's the Hawks. The Hawks used to do shit like that. Pick up budget ass players and shit. Hope they pan out. Like goddamn Alex Lynn and goddamn
Jabari Parker.
Don't get me started. Whatever happened to goddamn Pap Side, man?
But that's Tony Snell. But you a real Hawks fan talking things like that, man.
Bro, whatever happened to Diamond Stone, man? When we trade,
All them boys.
I
you know what
do
our best
remember.
trades are is when we trade for cash considerations, bro. That's the only time
Bro,
we trade, bro.
our scouting teams and stuff used to be horrible, man. What we got now is so much better. Even our like late picks and stuff better. Bruno better than them guys.
Exactly.
Bro, we used to fuck draft
crazy.
so bad, bro.
Yeah, we did.
We fucked up draft from 2000 to 2000 when we get Horford.
Willie Knight, old messed up fro having, man. He's so garbage.
Josh
I
Shields.
don't know where he at.
Yo, let me ask y'all something real quick before we get off here. Watch this. Do you think, and this popped in my head the other day, but I ain't got nobody around here to talk ball with. Do you think Josh Smith was ahead of his time by shooting all them threes as a forward? Remember, he shooting all them threes?
Not just that, but yeah.
Don't shoot. Now, all the motherfuckers stretch fours now. Ain't that what everybody want?
Yeah. He was, but his problem was in games he was too stubborn. When his shot wasn't on, he had the ability to just go and dominate. Like nobody could stop him athletically. Nobody could come close to him. So when his shot was on, that's great. That's extra. But when he didn't, he couldn't recognize it. So if he couldn't feel if he was on or off. So that's the problem with Josh, because he was just making bad shooting choices. Like that was his. I didn't mind that he was shooting. It was just like, okay, that's not working for you. You have to be effective driving the ball. That's what we needed out of him. We had everything else already covered. We needed him to be a slasher, a rebounder, an attacker, a dunk attacker. That's what we needed.
What you think, Mike?
I think Josh had all the tools to be great, a baby LeBron in a sense, you know what I'm saying? Or at least poor man version, closer to it. He just ain't have the mental, aspect as far as playing to his strengths when other things not necessarily going. But I don't think he necessarily okay, if you want to be able to do certain things, you just need to work at it. I don't know if the extra work was really put in to be him being able to shoot off the dribble or shoot like that. But he was ahead of his time, like you said, though, because Josh would get that thing, get the board, go coast to coast. He'll pass it. He was a pretty good passer from the position. I mean, Josh played defense. I mean, honest with you, when you swap out Josh right now on this team for John.
For who?
For John Collins.
Oh, in a heartbeat.
Hell yeah. Yeah, bro, let me tell you, oh, man.
That's a good
That's what it's do, though. So my thing is, though, Hawks fans ain't want to give Josh no max.
Yeah, man. Sure didn't. I remember them conversations.
I don't, because he was uncoachable. We had decided by that point that he was uncoachable.
I understand.
And you know what?
I ain't saying we should have gave him max either. I'm just kind of using the games comparison.
It kind of panned out too, because he went to Detroit and they paid him.
They still paying him, bro.
They paid him.
Well, he's got that Bobby Bonilla contract.
Crazy.
Hey,
right? They actually paid him.
Hey, I agree with Steven about that though, man. I do get mad about Billy Knight as picks though, but you really think about it, he was ahead of his time, man. We was mad at him keep picking all these fours, but he saw something. You know what I'm saying? He just ain't executed all the way correctly.
Yeah, he was trying to start that positionless basketball back then.
He was, but he still needed to get that point guard to orchestrate it. If he would have just got Chris Paul with it, man.
He too busy wasting picks on motherfuckers on the bench or they high school or the college team.
So my favorite game so far has been that Bucks Boston game. Did y'all watch that game?
I missed that one.
A little bit.
Well,
I think Boston Nets though.
That game was really good. That game was really good because
that shit was official.
Which one?
Boston.
The second game. That's what.
Bro, I put on my Facebook page. I'm like, man, KD unstoppable, man. Like,
yeah,
I couldn't believe how they just put that run on their ass. It's like they just came out and said, you know what?
Was it in the second half that you're talking about KD?
Hell yeah, man. Bro, he scored like 12 points in a row. But it's just the way he did it.
Easy.
Did this shit like
this shit, man.
Body Jason Tatum on a drive. Like as he's driving, he's just like moving him out the way and dunk. I was like, yo, he just turned the corner on the baseline and dunked on Jason Tatum. That is not.
And he's supposed to be slim.
Yeah.
I was like, this dude just. It's like he just decided, like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and take over this game real quick, so I can go ahead and link up with James Harden for the club tonight. We're going to go ahead and put this quick. And he like just like turned it on, man. Like, whoop, whoop, whoop. Next thing I know, getting their ass whooped. I was like, dang.
That's baller for you, man. Pace himself.
Is it embarrassing that KD was not being talked about preseason MVP talks and Luka Doncic was?
Bro, hey, man, don't get started on that.
They didn't know if KD was gonna come, how he was gonna come back. But I mean, with today's medicine and shit, I figured KD was gonna come back normal. But you know how sports is they always talk about the last hot take. You know what I'm saying? KD ain't playing, so ain't really nothing to talk about.
True, but they just not being real about Luka, man.
No,
they also during
so-called. You know what tripped me out? Not that the pundits say it. I hate when I hear the former players who are now pundits talk about it. Oh yeah, Luka Doncic. I'm like, bro, you played in the NBA. You know that dude is not a top 4 player in the fucking NBA.
Not yet, man. That's disrespectful to you guys that been, been doing it consistently for years.
Now, if it's just an average pundit who never played, okay. But you play in the NBA and you over here talking about, this dude. I'm like, bro, you can't be serious. Top 4 at an MVP conversation. Come on, man. He's not even gonna be top 4 in the West. Lakers.
And then they put Trey Ware though.
He's not even in the conversation yet. He's got to force himself in there like he does with everything. I mean,
I'm real critical on Trae Young in the group, but when I'm outside that group, like I'll be on YouTube, on their ass on YouTube.
I be the same way, bro. I be the same way.
Hey, is he 5'11" or is he 6'1"?
On the Undisputed, I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
I said, what, 2 minutes? I said, y'all better put some respect on our PG1 name.
Nice trade.
I'd be critical. But I'm telling you, outside that group, if you're in a Hawks fan, I'd be going hard as fuck. Like, what the hell?
You gotta represent. I be the same way. I understand. It's like how it is you amongst family. You know what I'm saying? You talk a certain way, but you know what I'm saying? Outside family, like, nah, man.
Exactly.
Nah, you not for say shit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If you was in the family, you could say something. No, you ain't.
Exactly.
But they do Trae Young so dirty, man. Like, even the refs today in the game, I'm like, they doing this dude dirty as fuck right now. He been getting fouled. They ain't giving him no calls. They only was giving him like the obvious shit, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But he was getting fouled almost every time he attacked the basket. He was getting hit. And I'm like, come on, man. Show some love or some shit.
As because we've been on here for about an hour. Let me close it with this. What team or player or storyline has kind of hit you in the last the first week of the season?
James Harden.
That's a good call. So do you think he's lost trade value?
That's the obvious one.
Hell yeah, he lost trade value.
Like teams don't even want him now, do they?
Well, because it's like this, man. What you don't want to do is have your player give you a list of teams, right? Because now, if another team was interested, they're not going to give you shit for him, right? Then the teams he listed going to lowball the shit out of you from jump. But the thing that the Rockets have, Harden has no leverage because he got 3 years left on his contract. So if I own the Rockets, I'd be like, your ass is playing. Point blank, period. And I'm not going to trade you for no bullshit. Right. That's just me. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, as the GM or the owner, you got to look out for your organization, not the player.
But they took a big chance on him because he was just the 6th man of the year when they traded away a couple of first round picks and some players. He
gave him 8 good years of playoff basketball.
He has. This is what I was about to say. He has, but the way he did it, even after his first 2 years, he was very demanding of them. And when they finally, I think they did a great job with the Chris Paul move, and they should have won that Golden State series. I mean, other than KD, there's no reason for them not to win that series. And so they were on the right track. And for him to then demand Chris Paul get out of there just because Chris Paul is upset that he doesn't show up to work and is a professional, at that point, you got to look at Chris Paul and be like, yeah, we're just going to ride with Chris Paul. We'll see you later, James Harden, and get a buku of shit back.
I wouldn't have done that. I'd have been like, we're not trading him. I see your ass at work. You on the contract. What are you going to do?
Yeah. I mean, you can do what he's been doing. You don't want a disgruntled employee, man. This guy in the locker room, man, at practice and stuff like that, messing stuff up. It's like how Jimmy was in Minnesota. Like, I mean, I understand Jimmy, but at the same time, though, when he was ready to go and want it out, he got to the point like, yeah, we can't have him around. Basically, might as well just go ahead and part ways, you know.
Well, that's because, but see, Jimmy's situation different from Harden.
I understand, but Jimmy wasn't staying quiet though. He basically going around bucking on everybody. You can't have somebody walking around bucking on everybody.
Personally, me, I would have got rid of the other guys. Personally, after he beat him with the damn B team. But the thing with Harden, the thing with Harden is, see, some of these owners they're not scared of the players. What they're scared of is the agents. You see what I'm saying? Because if you handle the situation wrong with James Harden, and you do come down hard like I would do, like, bitch, you playing. Guess what? That agent, whoever Harden the agent is not gonna send no good players in your direction. You see what I'm saying? So it's a battle with the agents also, just like dealing with what's LeBron's company called again?
Thrive or three. What is it?
Clutch Sports.
I don't know. Yeah.
You don't listen. You get it bad with Clutch Sports as a general manager, bro. You're not getting no superstars to your team.
Isn't Trey Clutch?
Now he is, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what. Hey, them players, LeBron, man, that dude's so fucking smart, man. But they know exactly what they're doing. Now I don't know who Harden with, but in my opinion, I think Harden is I think he kind of doing Houston dirty. Because
exactly.
They have catered to his every need.
Thank you.
Now, when it comes to player moves, listen, besides LeBron James, every superstar, they suck at being a general manager. They just suck at it. So I'd be like, listen, Harden, you're not going to tell. If I was a GM, I would just say, Harden, I'm going to let you know what I'm doing. I would ask for your opinion. Yeah. But guess what? I'm building the team.
My job is on the line. I'm going to make the final decision, period.
Yeah.
You play basketball.
Like, common sense say, bro, I'm not getting rid of Chris Paul. Y'all going to make it work. Why? Because we was one game from the finals, but your ass tricked off the fucking last 2 damn games.
Exactly.
Okay? That's why we going to run that shit back.
And pay Trevor Ariza.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think Harden kind of doing Houston dirty, but that's one of the downsides when you got superstar players, man. They demand certain things, they get certain treatment.
But you don't understand, legacy-wise, this is so detrimental to James Harden as a basketball player icon. Like he's almost damaged goods at this point. Like he doesn't want to win championships, because if he wants to win championships, he would get out of his own way.
No, he want to win championship. He just want to go to a super team to do it. Look at the teams he said he want to get traded to.
Yeah.
Every team already got at least 2 stars on it.
Those are all right.
Then what's so stupid? You gotta if I'm listen, man. James Harden's so stupid. He named them teams. I'm like, bro, they don't have nobody to trade for you, dickhead.
Yeah. Did you see that Nets were like, nah, we're good. We're good. They're like, yeah, we're not trading them.
Don't need no James Harden.
They don't need to.
No, they definitely don't need
KD, and you got Kyrie. He already ball dominant, and then the Nets already deep anyway. They got deep shooting.
Because they were like where we were, and then all of a sudden they just started adding like super duper stars. Like they had the Carlos kid is good, Levert, and the Dinwiddie.
What's my guy name? Jared Allen.
Jared Allen. Like they had a really good core. They had a really good core, and then they just on top added Kyrie and
KD. Joe Harris and Tony.
They didn't add Kyrie. Kyrie and KD chose to go there.
Yeah, true.
They chose to go to Brooklyn.
They chose to go to Brooklyn.
Yeah.
It's not
I think they would have went to the Knicks if Knicks had better ownership. I think
probably.
Obviously, if you can win in New York, man, you be a fucking megastar, bro.
I
So
know. I think them boys just chose New York, and Brooklyn got the better situation.
no shit, and they got that nice court, anyways. Hey, so Mike, what do you think is your what team or player or storyline is caught your attention?
Man, I'm usually off the beaten path. I mean, the obvious one, of course, is James Harden. That's kind of forced into your way though. But I guess I've been paying attention to Phoenix. Kind of carrying over from the bubble. I personally is interested in watching them. They
They've
added
beaten
Chris
good teams.
Paul. What's that?
They've beaten some good teams.
Yeah, added Chris Paul, of course. But I really like I don't know, is it Cam Johnson? Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges. I really like them. I liken them to DeAndre and Cam Hunter, basically. Cam Reddish.
Yeah.
They remind me a lot of those two guys, and I think those guys are like those little crown jewels right now in the NBA.
So basically, when we make it to the finals, you think that it's going to be the Phoenix Suns that we're going to be playing against?
When we make it to the finals, I don't know about that, man. Phoenix in the West, it depends on what all the Lakers are doing and stuff like that. So they always gonna have it tough. So I don't know who we gonna wind up playing. Hopefully, I don't want to say I hope it's Luka. I hope when we make it, Luka. I hope Luka don't even ever make the finals. So it's just an easy thing.
This is a good question. I want to hear Devon's answer. Who do you want to play in the finals when we get there?
The Mavericks.
That'd be great, but at the same time,
that's how you build that damn rivalry right there. Like they be trying to manufacture this Trey versus Luka shit, but to me,
I think
it's nothing there because we don't play each other like that. We're not in the same division, not in the same conference, right? But if you meet motherfuckers in the finals, that's where you get that rivalry at. You know what I'm saying?
Or at least the playoff.
Celtics. You got Lakers, Celtics, Bulls going against the Pistons in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? That's what the rivalries created. I don't like when the media just manufactures shit. Oh, look at it's Trey Young versus Luka because they was traded for drafting them. Like nothing's there for you to be like, wow, I hate this team. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So could you imagine if we played the Mavericks in the finals like 3 out of 4 years or some shit like that? Man, that shit would be so turned up, man.
This will be the thing. Basically, they're going to trade for Grayson Allen in about a year or two. And so he's going to be on that team. And
on the Mavs?
Yeah, he's going to be on the Mavs, and then we're going to beat them. That's going to be...
Now, they're going to trade for Grayson Allen, and then Chris Dunn going to leave us to go join the Mavericks. then we're going to have...
Y'all putting all the ops on the other team.
How about this? John Collins signed with the Mavs.
Ooh, that would be dirty. That'd be funny.
That's a story right there.
Yeah, man, that's when you start hating motherfuckers. Like, man, fuck.
Yeah, this fan base would go to that.
Yeah, he could have signed with any other team. That motherfucker did that. Fuck him. See, that's where you get that hate from. You know what I'm saying? That's why I used to hate Michael Jordan, man. I used to fucking hate Jordan, bro. Because they used to beat us. I used to hate that motherfucker.
You and me. I was never a Jordan fan.
I used to hate. Oh my God, I could not stand Jordan.
All fan, so I did not like Jordan.
You get hate from my hate for players and teams come from teams we actually play, and we got history with. Where now we don't really got shit to be mad at, except you want to be. We was a little turned up for Boston, but then
I felt hurt behind Jordan shots.
Then we went to Boston, they beat us by fucking 30.
Yeah.
7, but besides that, man, I don't really consider the Hawks to have no rivalry now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we had to go a little run with the Wizards for 2 years in the playoffs. They was talking Paul Pierce, talking that shit.
Yeah, I think that was mostly Paul Pierce, though.
But that's Pierce coming from Boston, though. That's because he was coming from Boston, and John Wall was going at it with Dennis. Dennis
they had me hating the Wizards in the play. I could not, bro. Their ass, I was so fucking happy, especially when I called game. No, that shit don't count, motherfucker.
Well, I forgot about that, but what y'all think of Dennis Schroeder's performance? I thought it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, he played well.
He balled.
Dennis always been a baller. I mean, in my opinion.
Too bad he couldn't work it out over here, man. I mean, our backcourt was suck on the defensive end, but to have a Dennis coming off the bench, I mean, I ain't mad at him for leaving. You got to look out for yourself as a player, but having Having Dennis coming off the bench instead of damn, what's the dude name again? We got Lil Rob. What's the name, little dude?
Goodwin.
Goodwin would be like a major upgrade.
But I don't know how Dennis would necessarily work here per se, because the trick with Dennis is that he has to be in a situation where there's somebody that he's forced to respect. You know what I'm saying? That's where he's at his height, because that was the issues here in Atlanta. Like, Joe wasn't here. So there was no perimeter player or anybody that, like, I feel like Dennis truly felt that was just like better than him, or like, you know what I'm saying, he should defer to, or respect. But you go,
100%.
I'm saying, you go play with like Russell Westbrook, you already know what the deal is. You know what I'm saying? Westbrook gonna set you straight. You with Chris Paul, you already know what the deal is.
That motherfucker Oklahoma City and Westbrook like, hey, motherfucker, hey, go you over there.
I didn't know that Russell Westbrook was such a military diligent worker. I figured he would be one of those guys that would be careless. But
you never
you can tell by his game, man.
You never listened to his story when he talked about when he was a kid. His dad, they used to wake up every day. His dad would wake his ass up 5 a.m. every day, practice before school.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. That's awesome. Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, I heard he ain't dunked into college.
What's that?
If I'm not mistaken, I heard he ain't dunked into college.
Could be true. Shit. Hey, what they say? AD was a point guard till the senior year in high school, like 6-7 inches over the summer.
Yeah,
like that.
Well, Obi got that same story. He ain't started dunking until late. I was listening to him or whatever. I forget what grade he said it was though. He was like, he didn't start dunking until late or whatnot. He was a late kind of bloomer. So I heard that. I was like, okay, that makes sense why he ended up where he was. He wasn't one of those guys in high school and coming out the whole time, like really, balling it on top of his game like that. Well, I won't say top of his game, but
that's what AD said. He credit his handles because before he was a point guard, like his freshman, sophomore year, he was a point guard. Then over the next 2 years, he grew like 7 inches. I'm 43 years old. I'm still waiting for my growth spurt. Shit.
And look, speaking about that, how some of them are bringing back to Josh. I know this one guy. You know what I'm saying? Here in Atlanta or whatnot, man. He played against John like middle school, but he said that boy, he would have been a Sports Center highlight, man, in middle school because Josh straight cleared his head. The only reason why I wasn't because the ball bounced out.
Well, I've been this exact same height since I was like in 6th grade, so that's pretty disappointing. I disappointed a lot of coaches.
You used to be tall, but then they're like, "Oh man, you're not throwing them."
Exactly.
You should have been killing rec league then.
Yeah.
You should have been killing like 7-8-year-old, 9-year-old ball.
Oh yeah.
Hey, they be hyping kids. Oh, he gonna be a star. And you see your ass 5 years later, like, God damn, you're 5'9".
Yeah, you can't do it too early. You gotta wait till them spurts and stuff hit.
Like now you playing against people taller than you. Now you sucking.
So y'all kind of know some of those YouTube guys. That McClung kid. It didn't really go down for him that well at Georgetown, but he's playing pretty well now down in Texas, right? He's that white kid that could dunk. Really, he could dunk.
Where are you at? Texas Tech or something?
He's at Texas Tech or Texas A&M. One of those schools, yeah.
Okay, but I thought he did relatively okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. At Georgetown. I mean, I don't really expect everybody to come out and just be superstars. Like he's kind of small. And once I saw him at the college level and saw his size and stuff, I was like, he got to get a shot. And he's not really a passer like that. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So he got a lot of stuff to add to his game. So he'll be a 4-year player in college, and he might got to work his way up. We'll see how he works.
I bet you he'd get a.
It's hard to judge high school talent unless you got them ones who like a LeBron James,
Zion Williamson,
Zion, who body developed, at that early age. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to dominate when you the only one. Because correct me if I'm wrong. If you 6'6" in high school, you're playing center these days.
Pretty much.
And it's easy to dominate when everybody else is 6 feet and under. But then when you move up and now you're playing against people at your level and your same skill or maybe better or at your same height, I think that's what Mike was saying that earlier. When you're going to get somebody at your same level, it's a whole nother ball game to when you was in a senior in high school and everybody else was 6'1" and you 6'6" and you averaging 25 and 25. You know what I'm saying?
And then you got to change it up when 6'6" really is like Slick the point guard. I mean, It's like myself, I'm 6'4", so let me run ball with some average folks or something like that. Where do you think I'm gonna be at? I'm gonna be probably,
6'4".
I mean, I do everything, but what I'm saying, to take advantage, I'm gonna be close to the goal.
I'm gonna get my 5 fouls.
Get your 5 fouls, but
Yeah.
I get out there with some guys who play college ball and overseas and NBA and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? No, but you better
ain't
get
nothing.
Listen, man. One day I was at the gym, man. This is like 10 years ago. I was at the LA Fitness when I stayed in up in Seattle, right? And this dude came in, and this dude had only played at, I think he played at Division II level, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the rest of us in the gym is just what we call each other Sunday hoopers. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Bruh, the dude came in there, and just the sheer distance and talent, I was just like, God, bruh. I was like, that is crazy. So I was like, I can't even imagine like what a D1 superstar player or NBA player.
Or NBA player, yeah. That's why I'm hesitant to call people in the NBA garbage. I don't care if you're at the end of the bench. I'm like, you ain't trying to see them.
When I say garbage, I just mean garbage compared to other NBA.
No, I understand, but like, go to an NBA player like trying to shoot with them or something like that. Boy, stop.
Call them garbage because I've seen when regular bench players just go into local YMCA and just dominate. You be like, damn, you can't do that in the game. But
because there's other 5 people out there that's bigger or faster.
He played Division II ball. I was just like, God damn, I hate to see a real baller come on, a D1 or a NBA player come up in this motherfucker. He probably run us for about 300 points. God dang.
Yeah, and then if like the actual per se like skill isn't there, which hence why probably D2 or something like that, talking basketball wise or whatever.
Yeah,
the physical difference is just still gonna be like
that shit.
It's just a big difference, and the height and all that stuff is gonna be different, man. And athleticism.
Wow, that's why I just stick to bodybuilding. You can be.
So that's it. Imagine LeBron walking through at 6'8", 200 or whatever, and see what he doing. Like, bro, you like.
Bro, me and my wife went to see the Laker game when they came here last year to San Antonio, bro. That's my effort. That was me and my wife first time because she a Laker fan. Seeing LeBron in person and AD, and I was just like,
huge.
Bro, LeBron literally looked like a football player playing basketball, bro. Like that's how built he is. You know what I'm saying?
Height wise, like times 10 though.
And then AD, I was just like, God.
I never seen AD live, but I seen LB a couple times.
I was like, AD got to be at least 7'5", bro. I was like, damn. Yeah, have you ever seen these dudes in person? Bro, that shit blew my, because I only seen them. That shit blew my mind. I was like, because I be talking shit to him. I be like, fuck that nigga. Hey, nah, bro, that motherfucker LeBron, bro. Hey, them fans who be talking shit, they got a lot of guts, bro. Because he go out there and get his hands on somebody. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a bad day, bro. Because he a big ass dude, man. I'm telling you.
Definitely.
Woo!
Large human beings, man. I've been around some 7-footers and stuff like that. Yeah, it's weird, man. Because I don't look up too many people. And that just happen. I'm like, what? God, man, it don't make no sense.
Hey, yeah, that shit crazy, man. But yeah.
Yo, hey, so I was able to catch this. This little thing here. Did y'all catch this?
Yeah, I seen that. Dwight Howard.
I wanted to cut it up a little bit and play, but I'm just gonna play a couple of minutes of it. But it's the guys mic'd up, and it's kind of cool to hear them how they interact in the bubble. Can y'all hear that?
I can't hear nothing.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna have to do that on another time.
If you ever get a chance, though, if you ever get a chance, sit behind the bench of an NBA team, man. That shit's funny as shit, bro. Hey, listen, I be wanting to say I was sitting behind the Hawks bench when they came to San Antonio, man. And you know what I was thinking? Kent Bazemore was fucking up, man. And I was like, I want to say something, but this motherfucker gonna hear me.
You should. I had season tickets, and I was right behind the opposing team's bench, and it was It was always a good time, man. I used to get drunk, and I was a season ticket
Hey,
for.
that
I
shit
used to yell
hilarious.
all the time, dude.
Dude, come on the bench, I'd be like, I wonder. They gonna say this dude sucked like a motherfucker today because this motherfucker was sucking that night, man. I was like, I want to say something so bad, but the dude gonna hear me. And
Yeah, I wouldn't have talked trash or anything, not my own team, but I would have said something though, bro. I'm like, bro, whatever he doing, if he breaking or something like that, dog, stop shooting, man. Drive.
Vince
Like, what you
Carter
doing?
was out there trying to coach. I'm just like, man, sit your ass down. Shit.
Yeah, I had season tickets when Josh Smith was doing his thing, and it was some nights was like no, like collectively everybody be like no, and he'd make it.
Bro, we
That
can
used
hit
to be
y'all
classic.
on TV, dog.
What's
That was
that?
classic.
Out say no.
Yeah,
Hear it.
it was always so funny.
That's fucked up, man. That's good. Hey, speaking of that, when y'all think they're gonna let fans back into the arena? That shit kind of suck without fans. I ain't gonna lie.
I think it sucks.
MLK Day, right?
Yeah,
That's what they say.
that's what they're aiming for.
Yeah, it's gonna be according to like each state or whatever policies or whatnot. Though, but MLK Day, 'cause I know the Hawks was talking about MLK Day, MLK game. It's like limited base. It probably just only be like some season ticket holders.
Trying to give me some tickets to come out there. I just need to know when they gonna do that.
Yeah, you probably gonna have to come up for real to get those, man. Them tickets, NBA tickets, this shit gonna be limited.
With because I got a better chance of getting Atlanta tickets than getting here in San Antonio.
San Antonio. Well, San Antonio looked pretty decent.
Bro, San Antonio, them tickets, them motherfuckers always sold out, bro.
I know, but they look pretty decent. They surprised some teams this year or so far.
Where they ain't going nowhere.
San Antonio always gonna be solid and everything like that. It's a franchise. I like the new unis.
I wouldn't be surprised if DeRozan get traded though.
What is he worth?
It depends on what they're trying to do.
I mean, is he even worth the first rounder?
Fuck no, because he gonna want to. Well, listen. Well, let me change that because he gonna only people who gonna go after him a team that's trying to make a run for the championship. So what's that mean? Their first round pick ain't worth shit anyway. You know that shit gonna be in the 20s.
Should the Bucks go after him? Should the Bucks go after him?
Nah.
Shit. Do they got
Drew Holiday looks good.
Holiday, didn't he?
Yeah, but Drew Holiday played point or whatever. I wouldn't go after DeRozan with them because you got Middleton. I don't know. They both are like mid-range players.
Yeah, but you don't think you could put Middleton at the 3? Put DeRozan at the 2? Put Drew Holiday at the 1?
Can. I don't. Yeah, you can, but I don't know. I don't know, man. I mean, what they gonna give up for him? I don't know. I mean, Drew Holiday to me is not like the greatest like assist guy. Like he runs things, but I don't know. I feel like Drew is solid. He's gonna run the offense. He's not gonna turn the ball over. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, what about Toronto trading back for him?
Man, shit. If I was DeRozan, I'd veto the fuck out that trade. But don't trade for me back.
Hey, I got smoke with Toronto now.
Y'all ain't got no championship shit.
So who would he fit on though? What team would he fit on?
Man, you gotta look at the team who really risk it all, man. Cause you're gonna have to give up something to get DeRozan. Let me see.
I give up Bogey for him.
You know what? OKC could probably get him for nothing. It would be no sort of would win. Would you really already give a Bogey? Would you?
I'm just saying, man.
Hey,
I'm just saying.
Listen, I'm only laughing because I'm like, well, goddamn, we just got to do the other day, man.
No, I like him a lot. No, I'm just thinking like grand scheme of things. I'm just thinking like grand scheme of things. I don't want to give up on the core, but DeMar would be nice though, because Bogey can create his own shot like DeMar DeRozan now.
Hey, you know what? I wish I
we need that come playoff time. Somebody who know they can go get their own.
I have my old Facebook account because I would tell you go in that group. And I put that in there last year. We should get a DeRozan. We should get the trade for DeRozan for the Hawks. This was last year. Huh?
I thought it was smart target.
Yeah, it is because
I'm not mad at it.
Exactly what we need, man. DeRozan can create a shot. He don't need Trae Young to give him the fucking ball like everybody else do on his team. Now I see Hunter trying to do a little something, but I mean, you actually take Trae out the game. Put any guard in there and say, get a ball to DeRozan at the key. He gonna make some mistake. You know what I'm saying? Hit you for that mid-range. And I like DeRozan because he stayed within his game. You know what I'm saying? He don't go out there firing up all them damn threes. He know his strong point is mid-range. He tried to get a spot on the court. And he out there, he ain't bullshitting around. You know what I'm saying?
So again, who is the perfect team for DeRozan? Who
I gotta think, man.
There's got to be a team out there.
I mean, obviously we are. I could see, that could be a move though, man.
Orlando.
You come. When is MLK Day?
March,
January 15th or something like that.
And the trade will be after that, right? Isn't it in February or some shit? Trade
not the 15th or 20th. I mean, I should know, man. I'm about to feel messed up not knowing.
If we go on the run and we sitting like 4 in the East, I could see us trying to make a move for DeRozan, man. And depending on what we have to give up to get him, though, is who knows what San Antonio.
Nah, that I agree with, man. It definitely depends on what we giving up. I'm not trying to give up my young core. I mean, I want to keep Kev too.
Watch this. What about we give up John Collins and throwing some picks? And you down for that? Well, I know Mike down for that shit.
Yo,
hey man, we just saw. Come on, bro. You got Gallo. You got Nathan. Shit, you got hopefully Double O. You got. I mean, we can go do 13 or whatever, bro.
Give up John Collins, throwing next year third. Wait, how many years? Bro's a free agent after this year, ain't he? If he expires, I can't remember. But if he is
a free agent, we need to just go sign him.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If he got more than 1 year left on the deal, then yeah, I give him JC and throwing some sweeteners or some shit, some picks. But if he expires, then obviously my offer gonna be a little lower unless he signed an extension, do a sign and trade. You know what I'm saying? But DeRozan will fit nice with us, bro. Say if we top 4 in the East, man, you gotta think about doing something like that, bro. But then on the other hand, if we top 4 in the East, then that means we doing something right. Should a move be made? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean that's true, but sometimes you gotta do something to get you over that hump.
I don't know if DeRozan is over the hump though. it depends on the chemistry.
I don't know, but for the Warriors, Iguodala was over the hump. Iguodala ain't do nothing by himself.
Yeah, DeRozan is not Iguodala. Iguodala is multifaceted. Like he's defense, he's offense.
Wait, are you trying to say Iguodala is better than DeRozan? Because
at the time, the Golden State got him. Yeah, and I'm not saying right now.
He just brought what Golden State needed. Golden State didn't need somebody to come in necessarily and get their own bucket. I feel like DeRozan would be the same type of quality signing for a team like us, because we would need somebody who could come in and get a bucket on their own, and he can do that. Trey would be your star leader in a sense, maybe even clutch guy, run stuff he play off of. But it's no doubt that DeRozan can get to the line. He can score with the best of them. Really, we
wouldn't get DeRozan for John Collins because they don't need power.
Yeah, they don't need him. That's probably. I don't know. Yeah, they wouldn't need him.
And then if you start thinking about who we would need to trade to get him,
you could pull something like that off. You get a third team involved and shit.
You get a third team involved.
They'll take a John Collins because he's a young player with potential. And then you got to look at San Antonio roster and what and who they got on there, and who they paying. You know what I'm saying?
Those young Florida State kids. They got
John Collins. One thing, John Collins. The good thing he got a proven track record in the NBA. So. So it's not like we trading them some rookie who don't know what the fuck going on. You know what I'm saying? With no track record. You know what I'm saying? But I could see John Collins because at the end of the day, let's be real. If he expiring a contract, DeRozan not re-signing with their ass.
And that makes him attractive.
He probably gonna go ring chase. So why would San Antonio just keep him and lose him for nothing?
That's true.
You see what I'm saying?
That's true.
So I mean, sometimes it's not about what you need, is about what you can get for an asset you're going to lose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's true. I'm not giving up our young guys. I give up a draft pick though. We don't need no more draft picks.
Yeah, send them first round picks.
To switch it up a little bit, did y'all hear how old Hubie Brown sounded?
I haven't heard Hubie yet. Unfortunately, what game he called?
He called one of the Christmas games.
Might have been one I missed.
I think it was the Boston. It was the Boston-Milwaukee game, I believe.
I was about to say they didn't play. Oh, okay.
Hubie Brown got to be about 80 years old.
Yeah, and he sounded every bit of it, and he was late. I mean, he was just talking so slowly. He was still on point. He was still calling people out for not doing the back pick right and all that stuff. But it was just it sounded like when John Madden it was time for John Madden to retire. You know, it's just
They
like
probably need to get a third person in the booth with him.
yeah,
Man,
that would help.
yeah, just him not talking so much though. But Hubie's mind, basketball mind, man, it's needed. I feel like, man, because the guy, I love it. You know what I'm saying? Cause shoot,
Yeah.
the way I be looking at the game, I love it. Cause even so, like you saying that, something I noticed, little stuff NBA players do is crazy. Like they close out, horribly. Like just notice little stuff like that when NBA players, because
He'll play,
Dunn
yeah.
does it. When they closing out on 3-point line. They give up baseline. They allow their player to kind of just drive down the baseline. It's like, come on, fundamentals is to not give up that baseline, man. Send them towards the middle, towards your help. Another thing, like on picks, John Collins does it kind of often. He get away with it, but fundamentally, he don't comes off the pick the right way. It's a certain way you're supposed to open up. You know what I'm saying? He always I won't say always, but he often his back be turned to the ball. Your back should never be turned to the ball when you're coming off that pick.
We got to get Michael a coaching show.
I was just about to say, goddamn Coach Mike.
He always does this to me. He just goes off on coaching rants.
Hey, man.
Coach Mike.
That's hilarious. Hey, that's what I'm saying. But hey, there's just something to look for, that's why I like listening to Hubie.
Now he got me going look for that shit. Oh yeah, he is turning the wrong way, man.
No, but Hubie's the man on that. That's why I was very disappointed. It was disheartening to hear him because I thought he was like suffering through it almost. It was almost tough to watch. So y'all go back and listen to him. I want to hear y'all's opinion on it. But
gotta come to an end, broski.
Yeah, just like this show should come to an end. So
yeah, man.
We'll go ahead and close it out right now, and we'll be back for the next show, or maybe before. Who knows? If anybody's got any plugs, let's put you on the main screen. You got anything?
Man, as usual, man. Check out the website. Get cop some gear. Get some artwork. Website www.arcaliendesigns.com. Check it out when you get a chance, man. You follow me on Instagram. As you see the handle at the bottom there, @arc_alien. Like I said, check out some of the clothes. Check out some of the artwork. Commissions, of course. Hit me up. Got anything in mind? Let's make it happen.
Beautiful. What about you, Damon?
No, I don't got nothing, man.
You want to hype the life in Houston?
Say hype up that crypto, that Bitcoin, right?
There you go. Give us a little crypto.
Invest in your Bitcoin. Invest in the stock. Man, don't be a fool. Don't use no savings account. You ain't making no money in savings account. Learn how to trade stocks. Learn how to trade options. If you don't do shit else, buy Bitcoin and just hold it and forget about it, and you'll make money. Boom.
Moreno.
There you go.
All right, everybody. Well, that's it. I'll see y'all next time.
All right, bro.
Great win. Go Hawks.
Peace.